Yo, what's going on, fellas? So it looks like today we're gonna be reacting to another video. So I seen this video by Hikageyo, and it looked pretty interesting, I'm not going to lie. And the reason it looked interesting is because at first I didn't think it made too much sense. So that kind of intrigued me a little bit more to see what he was talking about in this video. So I say, you know what? I guess I'll make another reaction video. Hey man. Momoshiki's new vessel revealed. Boruto TBV VORTEX manga explained. Now, if you guys didn't know, Momoshiki is going to be making an appearance in the manga very soon. Probably as soon as next chapter. If not chapter 22, then definitely chapter 23. During this Boruto versus JURA fight, we're gonna see something like that. Momoshiki taking over Boruto's body, them having a conversation. Something is gonna happen that includes Momoshiki. So we're just waiting for that, to be honest. So anyway, as always, before we get into the video, you know, the reason we do this in the first place is to give smaller creators a chance to get their good content out there. The Boruto community is one of the most talented communities out there, and there's a lot of really good underrated content creators. You guys seen on my channel, I reacted to them numerous of times now. A lot of underrated, slept on creators, and Hikageyo, he's definitely one of them. So before we get into the video, I want to make sure I take the time out to show some love. Really good content creator, and I see he has been growing the past couple of months. He has been growing, so let's go ahead and keep that going, man. But anyway, I'm gonna leave the link to his channel down below in the description so you guys know what to do, man. Also, you can go ahead and comment on this video that SURPASS Dunga sent you. I'm gonna be in that comment section too, so I'm gonna know who commented and who didn't. But anyway, let's get into the video.
Code is a character in the Boruto storyline whose importance is up for debate and whose purpose remains unclear. Where is Momoshiki right now? Why hasn't Boruto fully mastered his karma even after 3 years? Is he afraid of the consequences, or is it that he just can't control it? To really understand who Code is, why he comes across as so weak, and what kind of role the writers might have planned for him, let's dive into the details and hidden clues the creators left behind. Code's fanaticism and his connection to the Otsutsuki. Code is a full-on Otsutsuki worshipper. He idolized Ishiki and desperately
Glazer,
wanted to become
but
his vessel,
yeah, that's another
but
word
that
for it, I
dream
guess.
shattered when reality hit his body, just wasn't capable of containing the power of 2 Otsutsuki at once. After his defeat, Ishiki implanted himself with Shibai's genes in an attempt to unlock the Kokugan. He took over a being who'd reached god-tier status and vanished into another dimension. Those divine genes later became the basis for creating cyborgs, and even Code and Kawaki inherited a fraction of that power. But for Code, Ishiki's genes didn't work the way they were supposed to. All he got was a white karma, a gift that can't preserve Ishiki's soul. Still, that doesn't mean it can't serve as a vessel for another Otsutsuki, just like regular karma does. White karma still boosts Code's abilities, maybe giving him extra chakra reserves and battle experience from the Otsutsuki.
Hold time, the white karma does need to be explained more in the manga, because we don't know for certain what it really does. We know it provides the user the base amps that the karma provides, like strength, speed, and all that. But as far as the abilities go, he doesn't get any of Ishiki's abilities. So it's just a karma that amps his power. So in that aspect, it is a dud. Now, the white karma is obviously a plot device for later on. It's so obvious. So many things can be just broken down because of the white karma. Let's start with the Shinju, right? Boruto already insinuated that the white karma that Code possesses is affecting the Shinju in some way, and that is directly linked to their evolution. Ten Tails is the seedling to the divine tree. You have to feed a Ten Tails an Otsutsuki for it to evolve into a divine tree. But for the Shinju, that's not really the case. They already started that evolution process without devouring anything. That's just one example. The story has to explain why that is. Is it because of Code's karma like Boruto thinks it is, or is it something else? And then we have to figure out, how does it work? So as for me, and I said this on my channel a lot of times, I think the white karma is a way for Code to become an Otsutsuki, and for him to pass on his abilities to other vessels. So let's think about it like this, right? Let's say this hard drive right here, this beaten up hard drive that I have in my hand. Let's say this is a karma, right? And this karma has all of Ishiki's abilities on it, right? It has all of his battle experience, his soul, everything that pertains to him is on this hard drive. You then implant this hard drive onto another vessel. Slowly the data from this hard drive, or karma, is extracted into that vessel's body. Now mind you, it's already a used karma. That means there's data already on it, right? There's data already on it from one other Otsutsuki. The white karma is this, but blank. It's a completely new hard drive. That means there's room for Code to put his own individual abilities on this. His soul is going to be on this karma, hard drive, karma, whatever, ready to be implanted into somebody he wants to be his next vessel. So that's all it is. His white karma already has the basic amps that the karma will give you, like to your physical attributes, your jutsu power, whatever. All he needs to do is insert his DNA, his own DNA into it, and then he'll be able to possess multiple vessels. So basically he'll just be immortal. Now, of course, we don't know officially what the white karma is and the origins behind it, but as far as the information the story gives us on it already, I think that's the likely possibility of what it does. Now, whether he has to devour the chakra fruit for that to happen is up to the writers at that point. But as far as the function of the white karma, it's just a way for Code to become an Otsutsuki himself. A true Otsutsuki who's able to live for thousands and thousands of years. And it's different than KAWAKI because KAWAKI is a vessel. Code isn't a vessel for anybody. Other people will become a vessel for Code. And that's gotta be crazy. Imagine becoming Code's vessel. Oh my god. But yeah, that's basically it. Now, whether Momoshiki could take over a karma that doesn't have any other Otsutsuki soul in it, I don't know. But yeah, I'm gonna just see how he explains it.
Code is positioned as a potential vessel for the Otsutsuki will and the heir to Ishiki's ideals of godhood. But fate clearly had other plans. Code's defeats and his weakness. Code's journey has been one long string of L's. He got destroyed by Demon, then by Momoshiki, and post-Timeskip Boruto made it clear just how far ahead he is of this fanboy. Even the evolved Ten Tails mocked him, calling him worthless. Sure, Code carries Shibai's genes, which help the Ten Tails evolve, but he himself is still a nobody. The white karma is mysterious, but even that doesn't elevate him to a higher level. After Amado removed his limiters, Code was supposed to surpass Jigen in power. But Boruto, who wasn't even relying on karma, took him down easily. Even Sasuke, now one-eyed and one-armed, and someone who had previously lost to Jigen, managed to wound Code. Sasuke only lost in the end because he was ambushed by a swarm of Tsumeaka and turned into a tree. To readers, Code comes off like the ultimate loser. Ikemoto almost seems like he's intentionally emphasizing just how powerless he is. He failed to fulfill Ishiki's final wish.
Like, Code has failed so many times throughout the series, it's not even funny. So as far as the L's Code been taking, yeah, they've been pretty bad. But let's look past the L's for a second. Ever since Boruto has just destroyed Code with no relative difficulty at all, he's lost his purpose in the story. He has no purpose. He's just been a character floating around for Ikemoto to do whatever he wants to him. It wasn't until chapter 16, or was it 15? I think it was chapter 16 when JURA told Code to go kill Boruto and Kashinkoji if he wants the chakra fruit. Now, to some people, it may look his role in the story has been refurbished in a way, but thinking about it a little bit deeper, how in the heck is he going to make that happen? Like, to be honest, that doesn't make Code's position any more better in the story, because it's like JURA assigned him an impossible mission. We already know Boruto's way stronger than Code. With Kashinkoji, it's a bit more debatable because we still don't know where he stands among the stronger characters in the story. As far as we know, he's still weaker than a Jigen that was significantly weakened by Naruto and Sasuke. And I'll at least say Code is stronger than that version of Jigen. So if Koji didn't get a lot stronger since then, he's going to struggle with Code. No ifs, ands, or buts. And you can't say, oh yeah, the time skip, he's been training with Boruto. We can't say that because we have never seen him train. We've been seeing him train Boruto directly, but he hasn't been training with Boruto. You see what I'm saying? So we don't know if he got any stronger. But the one thing that's really uncertain, Koji has prescience on his side. That means if Code was to plan a sneak attack, that means if Code was to plan something to take down Boruto or Koji, Koji would know because of prescience. He doesn't have a sneak attack on his side he could perform or something like that. Nothing of the sort. So right now, Code has no advantages in this. It's still an impossible mission. There's nothing he can do. So right there, that leads me to believe that killing Boruto and Koji is not going to be Code's future for the series. And that fact alone is what also intrigued me to watch this video because, I mean, yeah, Code needs a new presence in the story and he needs one fast.
That's a stark contrast to Boruto, who hates the Otsutsuki and is doing everything he can to rid his body of the parasite. Then comes the twist: Momoshiki lost his shot at resurrection. Boruto's karma and what's really going on. Boruto had already shown signs of controlling his karma before, but after he sacrificed himself to protect others, everything changed. Momoshiki lost his chance to revive. Their genes merged, and Boruto became a full-fledged Otsutsuki. Now their minds are linked. For 3 years, Boruto trained, preparing himself for the moment he'd confront Momoshiki again, fully aware of how dangerous it could be. But when he faced Kawaki, his karma activated, and Boruto ran off while suppressing it. Kashin Koji mentioned that during his training, Momoshiki kept trying to break through and take over his body. But in the first episode, Boruto uses karma confidently. He's no longer afraid of losing control, and Kawaki drops the line, "You're going to meet the 7th," something he wouldn't have said if Momoshiki were still in there. That raises some big questions. Some fans think Boruto and Momoshiki could have formed a partnership, like Naruto did with Kurama, but that seems unlikely. Kurama was raised by Hagoromo. He was tied to the earth and had real emotions: resentment, anger, but also understanding. Momoshiki is an alien. He spent thousands of years devouring worlds, viewing humans as food, and Earth as just another source of power. Boruto's humanity means nothing to him. He's obsessed with godhood. There's no room for friendship here. The theory about Code's future. There's a scene where Kawaki suggests Boruto could get rid of his karma by transferring it to Code. That would let Boruto move his soul into a new body and leave Momoshiki stuck in the old one. Code, when talking to Momoshiki, showed him the same respect he gave Ishiki. His obsession with the clan is obvious. It's possible Ikemoto's hinting that Code might become Momoshiki's next vessel. If Momoshiki breaks free, he could offer Code the chance to be his host, and Code always failing, always desperate to serve the Otsutsuki.
Yeah, then there's a problem though. Let's say Boruto did find a way to pass on Momoshiki's soul to Code or something like that. If that's the case, then I don't think there would be a reason for Kawaki to want to quote-unquote send Boruto to where he sent the 7th Hokage. The whole reason Kawaki wants to kill Boruto is because Momoshiki's soul still resides in his body. And if it doesn't anymore, and I guess Boruto just has the power of the karma or something like that, there would be no reason for them to fight anymore. And I guess, of course, you could say he's fighting him so Naruto can be free again. But if that's the case, why not just help Kawaki defeat Code and Momoshiki, who's in Code's body, and kill them off, as well as the rest of the Shinju? And then I believe Kawaki would just let Naruto and Hinata go. And to be honest, we really don't know if Boruto can just use the karma that way. We don't even know if he can just implant a karma onto other people, especially since Momoshiki hasn't fully resurrected through his body. We still don't even know if that's possible. Because the only case where we kind of see that happening is Jigen, I guess, when Jigen transferred his karma onto Kawaki, but by that time Ishiki already had full possession over Jigen's body. So I mean, the theory does have some merit to it, but there's just too many unknowns to say for sure.
That would mean Momoshiki gets a body, Boruto is finally free, and Kawaki would no longer see Boruto as a threat. This would be a logical and much more interesting twist than the Momoshiki buddy arc. At that point, Momoshiki could step into the spotlight as the next major villain maybe after Amado's daughter's story plays out. He could go after Kawaki to sacrifice him to the god tree, and maybe even take control of all the Shinju. Shibai mystery beyond the plot. Shibai's on another level entirely. Based on the manga, it doesn't look like he's planning to return. We might see his body, and maybe JURA inherited some divine traits from him after all. Code does have Shibai's genes, but Shibai gave up his physical form to achieve a godlike existence. He doesn't need a vessel, and his role in the story is more symbolic than active.
Like, what are the chances that if Momoshiki does take over Code's body, he's just not going to be able to beat Boruto or Kawaki? Like, on Momoshiki's part, it would be dumb to just give up Boruto's body. If Momoshiki can gain access to all of Boruto's abilities and his power, then I'm staying in Boruto's body. Even if Momoshiki possessed Code's body, he doesn't even know if he's going to be stronger than base Boruto. He doesn't know if he's going to be stronger than Kawaki right now, without his limiters. Code doesn't have any broken abilities that's going to be like, oh man, I'm scared of him. If you have a body that's able to access Flying Raijin, Uzuhiko, Vanishing Rasengan, all types of different Rasengan, Shadow Clones, I'm not giving that up so I can use Code as a vessel. I'm just not. Even if that vessel has more potential because of the white karma, it doesn't make sense for me as an antagonist to weaken myself. Boruto would still be stronger than me. Kawaki would still be stronger than me. JURA could still throw me around like a ragdoll. I'm not stronger than Damon, so what am I good for? At best, if he takes over Code's body, sure, he'll probably have more freedom to roam around and do as he pleases. But he also bears the risk of just being eliminated. He'll be killed way easily. Kawaki's already trying to kill Code and Boruto, and he's only trying to kill Boruto because of Momoshiki. So if Momoshiki is in Code now, that's 2 for 1 right there. That's 2 for 1. Kawaki, go get it. That's 2 for 1. That's too easy. What? I understand people want Code to become useful in the story again, but I'm not sure if this is the direction that Ikimoto wants to go with it. I mean, if Momoshiki was to take over Code's body, that'd be awesome. I ain't gonna lie. Like, I would love to see that, especially when we weigh Momoshiki and Code's character. They're both interesting characters. Like, Code is just unpredictable, and then Momoshiki is just mysterious. So if you put those two characters together, I mean, hey, who knows what'll happen? Or instead of Momoshiki just dominating Code's body, they can form some type of alliance. I'm pretty sure Boruto would still remain 100% Otsutsuki even if Momoshiki's soul had somehow like exited his body, because his DNA is already overwritten due to the karma. So if Momoshiki was to leave his body, he would still be feasible to be fed to the Ten Tails. And both Code and Momoshiki is after the chakra fruit. So, you know, those two goals do align. So I can possibly see that happening. You know, them just teaming up to just gain as much power as possible to evolve to a damn god. But at the same time, the ending of Two Blue Vortex, yeah, y'all know what scene I'm talking about. Boruto and Kawaki fighting. Since that happened, that leads me to believe that Momoshiki is still present inside of Boruto's body. But somehow Boruto is just able to use the karma without the drawbacks of Momoshiki taking over his body. Or maybe he just said, F it, let Momoshiki take over. I'm using this karma. I got to. That's the only choice I have. But yeah, anyway, very entertaining video by Hikage. Like I said before, I'll leave the link to his channel down below in the description, so make sure you guys go show him some love and all that. And let me know what you guys think about a potential Momoshiki and Code alliance. Let me know what you guys think about that, man. Do you think it's good for the story? Do you think it's not? Let me know in the comment section, man. I'm interested to know what y'all think. But as always, if you enjoyed this video and you want to see more like this, make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, and turn on those post notifications so you know whenever I upload or go live for chapter spoilers. And until next time, I'll see you boys and girls later. And I'm out. Peace.